Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode number 44. And we are here to finish time management. And as you can see, we are 1 minute ahead of 9:30. Ooh, what a cool time to start. So I thought I would ask Google about time management. And I just did something very simple and I wrote in time management. And it says it's the process of planning and organizing how to divide your time between different activities. It involves consciously controlling how you spend your time to increase efficiency, productivity, and effectiveness. Effective time management allows individuals to accomplish more, meet deadlines, and balance various commitments, including work, social life, and personal interests. So as we go into that, there are many, many things, and one of which I want to just point out right from the get-go, because I'm going to plant it like a seed for us to talk about throughout the course of the show. Most people don't know how to say no.
Very true.
To the detriment of life. And this is kind of very tongue-in-cheek, but life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we try to squeeze everything in. And I'm the worst. I'm as big a criminal as anybody at that. If there's 10 minutes, I try to squeeze an 11-minute project in there. So I'm always scrambling. And, luckily the grace that people allow me is, Les is always trying to do too much. We just give him a little grace. And part of it is, for me, is I don't want to, if I stop, sit down and chill and do nothing, I'll be asleep in 2 minutes. Because that's the only time I ever slow down. So my body goes, oh, it's that time.
Rest time.
It's rest time. In fact, at stoplights, sometimes my wife will reach over and go, wake up, we gotta go. Because I literally will micro sleep if the light is one of those obnoxious ones that takes like 2 turns to get you through it.
Yeah.
That's like 2 naps.
That's like 87 seconds.
Put that together times 365 divided by 60. That's a whole bunch of hours of sleep that I can
get. There you go.
So last week we covered why time management matters. And we talked about reducing stress, increasing productivity, improving work quality, creating balance, building discipline. We talked about the core time management skills: prioritization, planning, getting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. And the other thing you can say there is realistic and timely. Time blocking is another one. Avoiding procrastination. Using the 5, and I love this, use the 5-minute rule. Commit to starting something for just 5 minutes. Right? Because once you're in, you're in. Minimizing distractions. Are you kidding? In today's world? And I just shared a picture with John Yarwood. So now I've got to fess up to it and show you all. Right? But for the person that's super, distractible, I have like an air traffic control center to manage my distractions. I've got, for today's show, I've got Time Management, 10 Strategies for Better Time Management, reviewed by Travis P. Mountain, the University of Georgia. I've got my management documents that I recently scanned into my computer, sitting listed alphabetically. I have the Google Time Management, and then I have StreamYard, and then I have my phone, and then I've got a book, and I got the pieces of paper. So I'm always minimizing my distractions by making sure that everything that could distract me is relevant to what we're up to.
Productive distraction.
Exactly. And it allows me to go to or say something about, what it is. What are we up to? This PDF from the gentleman from Georgia University, it says the term time management is a misnomer. You cannot manage time. You manage the events in your life in relation to time. You may often wish for more time, but you only get 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, or 86,400 seconds each day. How you use that time depends on the skills you've learned through self-analysis, planning, evaluation, and self-control. Much like money, time is both valuable and limited. It must be protected, used wisely, and budgeted because it's not replaceable. Whereas money is replaceable, time is not. It's the most valuable asset that you have. So today we're going to talk about tools to help you with time management. Before we get into that, I just want to catch some of Mr. Yarwood's thoughts on time management from our last meeting and some of the things that he deals with on a consistent basis.
I've been thinking about this, and I've been trying to be proactive about what I've been doing, because last time we talked a little bit about tracking your time and figuring out where is it going, so you can sit down and kind of figure out where are you losing time, where can you fit things in. And one of the things I find myself doing, and I guess not that I didn't realize it, but I didn't think a whole lot about it, is preparing for the next day the night before. Like, Les and I are in a networking meeting every Wednesday morning, and I leave my house at 6:15 a.m. so I can get there and help set up with all kinds of stuff. So the night before, I bring a big jug of water, and I also have a coffee mug, and I have all this stuff, and I get everything ready the night before. So when I get up in the morning, I'm not rushed to try and get stuff done. The coffee is ready to go. My drink is already made. I already know what clothes I'm going to be wearing, all that stuff. So in the morning, I have a little extra time, I guess, to not be rushed, to be just ready to go when it's time to go. And I find myself doing that for a bunch of different things to be ready for the next day, as opposed to getting up and going, oh, crap, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. You lose your time so quickly, and that's typically how people end up getting late, is because they try and do everything right before they leave, right before they got to go, versus planning to the night before or whatever. Like, think about, like, if you're going on a trip, right? You got to go to the airport in the morning. If you don't pack your stuff, right, you get up in the morning and you're not packed, you're screwed, right? So I just look at it. It's a great. I hesitate to say time saver, because you really can't save time, but you create opportunity to have a little bit more relaxation in your day and get when you're getting things done. I think there's less stress involved in it. So for me, having things ready to go. When I teach my classes, we have a class planner, right, that tells me from now through the end of the cycle where I should be on that class planner, what I need to be getting done with my students. And that's not to say that it's rigid and you can't move off of it, but it gives me a roadmap of where I need to be and where I should be at a certain time in that cycle. So that way my instructors know, I know, are we on track to get things done when we need to get them done? So that helps our instructors to be able to teach the things there that we need to get done without having to try and figure it out. You know, what are we going to do today? Right? They don't have to come and ask me that. They already know because the planners are already there and ready for them to go. So just having a plan and having goals that you want to get set and knowing how you're going to get there, I think is a huge way to be able to manage your time.
Very well put. And as you were saying that, I looked and it was literally like people who practice good time management techniques often find they're more productive. They have more energy for things they need to accomplish. They feel less stressed. They've got more free time to do the things that, you know, they want. And they get more things done. They also relate more positively to others throughout the course of the interactions, throughout the course of the day. And at some level, they feel better about themselves.
Yeah, there's not that stress of, oh my gosh, what do I got to get done? What do I need to do? You already know the things you need to get done, and you get them done, and then you're like, ah, all right, what's next?
Pretty much. And today we're going to spend a little time talking about tools that are available. Some of the tools to help with time management. And I think last time we mentioned this book.
Yep.
Atomic Habits. And the first thing that I want to say, tiny changes, remarkable results. So many people go, I've got to make a big I got to make a big impact on this. It's killing me. My time management is so bad. And they take these big leaps with their calendar. And then they fail. And it goes out the window and they go back to their old habits. Tiny movements make a big difference.
Micro adjustments.
Yep.
Small iterations.
And in this book, one of the things that is my favorite piece, it's called habit stacking. I'm not sure I can find it in the speed that I have. Nope, and it's not. Bummer. I can tell you what it is. I was hoping to be able to read what it says about it, but the big thing about it. Let's see if I can get it. Ooh. Shape your habits. Make it obvious. Tiny. Okay. So habit stacking is where, for instance, everybody brushes, not everybody, but most people brush their teeth in the morning.
Not everybody.
When they wake up. That's a habit. And then you brush their teeth before they go to bed at night. Two things that are pretty habitual for a lot of people, especially in the Western world. So if I wanted to do something twice a day, what I would do is I would stack it on top of brushing my teeth. And what that looks like, let's say, for instance, it was to do some hand exercises, stretching exercises. Before I pick up my toothbrush, I set a note to do my hand exercises, then brush my teeth. And I do that every day, which means I'm doing it twice a day, 7 times a week. How well stretched do you think my hands are going to be by the end of a few weeks? And I've now put it into a habit. And I stacked it on one of the things that I was very habitual about. Brushing my teeth. So therefore, take a look at this. Listen to the Oh my gosh.
Audiobook.
The books on
Audiobook.
Audible. Yeah, go to Audible, listen to it. It's a great book. Highly recommend it. It's great reading. It's easy reading. As you can see, I'm one of these people that likes to highlight in books, the old-fashioned way. So I would recommend having fun with a book and read it. I actually did a class with this where I read the book and we discussed it. And we did it 3 times through. So I cannot recommend this book enough. So that's one of the tools. Next is a daily planner or a bullet journal. So what that looks like, do I even have one anymore? Do you have one? I don't even think I have one anymore.
Well, I have like a list thing on my phone.
Yep. So I have my phone too. I was just wondering if we had something that we could show that was, there's things, there are planners that are out there like the Franklin planner, day timer, where for those people that like putting pen to paper, pen to calendar.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, the Franklin planner is one of the most powerful tools for creating that alignment with your schedule. And it is super successful, and it's expensive. It's got a leather bound version. Now I think they do have some versions that are on the computer. But the great thing about when you write something with a pen is it forces your mind to remember the pattern. So you're getting a lot greater impact for writing that. Many people say there's ways in which to work. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Apple has a thing where after 45 minutes, it'll buzz you and you have to stand up. Right.
So do Fitbits.
Fitbits do the same thing? Okay.
Yep. It'll say, hey, time to move.
All those things are really good reminders. And there's task apps out there like to-do lists, Todoist, Notion, or Asana. One of my favorites that I've been using for years and I'm still using it, even though Microsoft bought it out. It's that little check mark right by my finger called To Do. And why I like it so much. So if I look here, Cullen's New Hope, here's a few things that I have to do. Screw 1.5-inch stainless steel. Put in bulbs with fluorescent overhead. Now I've done that. I did it. It got finished today and checked. And I can put it in my complete, and it goes down. I push that, and you heard it ding, and it goes down in the completed. Now, I
use something similar to that called Any List.
Oh, okay.
So we use it for groceries and all kinds of other stuff.
Yep. So I have a grocery list on here. And the cool thing about the grocery list on here, my wife, I've shared it with my wife. So you can see it has, whoops. It has a little person. What is that? Where did it just go? Oh, it says camping and groceries. There's little people afterwards. So that means it's shared.
Yep.
So when I have groceries on there, like if we need eggs and LaCroix, she can hit it and close it.
Yep. Any List does that too. You can share your list. And then it also sends a notification that something got added or something got removed.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So there's many of these little things, habit trackers. there's trackers for exercise. There's trackers, tons of trackers for exercise, for food management, for
I use a water tracker. It
Mhm.
reminds me to drink water every hour.
So those are some of the tools to help with time management. And the thing that I like about my to-do list is it's interactive. It's got the little ding. It's fun. I can share it, and it keeps me on task. Now, one of the things that I love in here, it's got 23 movies for me to watch. Because people talk about movies, like The Wolf on Wall Street, which I've just watched recently. The Man Who Knew Infinity, right? That was a phenomenal. Highly recommend that movie. Twists and turns. So anyway, movies to watch, great opportunity to as another list thing. Books to read. I have one whenever I'm in a conversation and somebody says, "Oh, you should read this book," I add it to my list.
Any thoughts, business thoughts? Hey, I should be doing this. Because we all know that if we don't write it down, we're going to forget it. What was I thinking about again? Oh, crap.
Yep. And, I put restaurants or coffee shops that we want to go visit, ice cream shops, mission trip list. When I go on a mission trip, the things that I know, if I don't have them, I will forget them.
Yep. We've got travel lists. I'm going to the Boundary Waters next in August, so we have a list of all the gear we need, all the food we bring, all that stuff, so we don't have to remember it. It's already all there on a list.
Yes. And every year you can add to it.
Yep.
And you can move things by importance.
See, that's a big thing right there. Prioritize.
Ooh, yep.
Right? So you got something at the top of your list that isn't necessarily something that needs to get done right away. You can slide it down and move something up that's more important that needs to get done now.
So I wanted to share this is called the Eisenhower Matrix. It's part of that task app, Asana. And it is this. Now, this Eisenhower Matrix, as you can guess, came from Eisenhower, and it's open source, so many people use it. Asana uses it. I use it. Many coaches use it. But how it works is the upper left, this green box, would be urgent and important things that you have to do. And if it's important, but it's not urgent, then you can schedule it out. Tasks with unclear deadlines that contribute to long-term success. Now, if it's not really important, but it's urgent, that's when you find, and that's the blue square, tasks that must get done, but don't require your specific skill set. And then, not urgent, not important, delete. Distractions and unnecessary tasks.
Yep.
So being able to put things into the bucket of this matrix is a beautiful way to go. Once again, called the Eisenhower Matrix.
Now, here's where what I'm starting to hear is like we have all of these tools, right? How do we pick what one we need to use? Because now we get distracted with, I got Asana, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. There's too much to think about. Screw it, I'm not going to do it.
Very, very easy to do what you just said. The crux of the matter is, if it really is meant to be, it is up to me. And taking one step in the direction of completion is the way to go. One step. or a half a step and starting the momentum to drive towards that goal. Super powerful.
So just pick one and do it.
Pick one and do it. Pick one and do it.
So I think that's where people tend to get caught up, is
stuck.
Where do I start?
Yep.
It's not where you start, it's when you start. Now. Just go do it.
And that's hard for some people.
Yeah.
Right? That now is.
Yep.
They have to give up that there's anything wrong. They have to give up that, they haven't done it up till now. I'm never going to be able to do it.
Yeah. I've gotten this far this way, so I'll be fine.
Oh, there you go. Yes, that one. The rationalization of why I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So time management in daily life for students. Plan study sessions. Avoid last-minute cramming, and make time for activities. For professionals, meet deadlines, stay organized, and avoid burn out. For families, balance work, kids' schedules, self-care, and household responsibilities. And the one thing that I want to point out about this last statement: for families, balance work, kids' schedule, household responsibilities, self-care.
I think when we talk about priorities, I think that's number one. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not able to take care of others. Right? When you fly on an airplane and they say, if the mask drops down because of oxygen, what do they tell you? Whose goes on first? Yours or somebody else's?
Yours, always.
Yours. Otherwise, you can't help anybody else. Same thing. Take care of yourself. Do your physical activity. Do your meditation. Do your putting lotion on your hands. Whatever it is, right? Take care of yourself first. That way you can take care of others.
100%. 100%. So any final closing thoughts on time management, Mr. Yarwood?
I pretty much already said it. Just start doing it. Make it a habit. It takes time to get it to where it sticks, because you're going to get to a point you're gung ho, right? When you start, this is awesome, this is great, I'm going to do this, it's going to be so good, and then you allow other things to get in the way. Well, and the ironic statement you're going to hear is, I don't have time to manage my time. I don't have the time to figure out what I need to do. I'm too busy. Well, that's why you need it. So you just got to do it. Just start doing it a little bit at a time. Prioritize your morning, your first half hour that you're awake. Okay, what am I going to do when I wake up? And just do it. Write it down, figure it out. Or plan the night before. Okay, here's what I want to do tomorrow. Here's the things I need to get done. Just write them down. It doesn't even have to be in an app. It could be on a freaking, a scrap piece of paper sitting in your kitchen. Just write it down. And if you get coffee in the morning, put it right next to the coffee pot. You'll see it right there. Oh, that's right. I got to do these things.
Location.
It's the easiest way to get rolling with it.
Yeah. And, that's another version right there. That's another version of habit stacking.
Yep.
It's really great.
Just 2 or 3 things to start with. Say, I got to get up. I got to make coffee. I got to get my kids up. I got to whatever. Just get started with it. And then every day or every week or whatever, add one more thing to your list to get done.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, you don't even have to pick an app. You don't have to pick Asana. You know, whatever. Piece of paper, little note piece, and a pen.
You'll be amazed at how much you can gather.
Yep. And as you're going out throughout your day and you remember something, write it on your sheet.
Yep.
And then when you get done, cross it off and go, yes.
Well, Dawn Bennett just said hello to us.
Oh.
She is on Facebook and just sent us a heart.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn. Thanks for stopping by. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this pop stand.
Yep. Go get stuff done.
Woohoo! If you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
See you guys later.
Take care. Bye-bye.